They only have 3 mana. Yeah, the great thing about Kiora Best Sea Gods is that it taps all non-land permanents, so it taps all of their mana shit there. And it taps their Mirror Paladins. It's just amazing. Fucking love this card. It's a pretty good card. People sleep on it, I swear. Kapow! Got some shit, YouTube. We have made changes. We're running Esper. Sounds dirty, but we're not running counter spells, so don't worry about it. So again, this is a Yorion pile, kind of concentrating on Kiora Best the Sea Gods. We are actually running Yorion main deck this time around, which is very odd, but it is super fun. So basically what we're doing is we're running 3 Search for Azcantas because we really like the card and we really want it on the battlefield. Also, like, we have a ton of 2-drops in here, and I haven't quite decided if this is super good or super bad. So still kind of working on that. But Search for Azcanta, 2 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into the graveyard, and if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, transform Search for Azcanta. This just is a land that taps for blue. Or you can pay 3, tap it, look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a non-creature, non-land card from it, and put it in your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. Or in any order, sorry. And this is great just because we can find basically everything in our deck except for Yorion. Anything else is perfectly fine. Then we have Thought Erasure. This is also great. It does a little bit of surveilling. I chose this over everything else, although I don't want to take damage. That's why I didn't stick with the Thought Steve. We ended up going with the Thought Karen. It's just 2 mana. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards card. Surveil 1. So surveilling, we get to look at the top card of our library and put it in the graveyard if we want to. So this also helps feed Search for Azcanta. It's just one of the things. It is hard to cast at points, obviously, because there's no tri-land for Esper being blue, white, black. So it does propose to be a problem from time to time, but we have so many 2-drops that it's not always an issue. Then for our main card sifting, we have Mazemind Tome and Treasure Map. Mazemind Tome, 2 mana artifact, tap it, put a page counter on it, describe 1. Usually we'll never do this unless we're going up against an aggro deck. Then you have pay 2, tap it, put a page counter on it, draw a card. When there are 4 or more page counters on it, exile it. If you do, gain 4 life. Beautiful. So we'll almost always draw a card from this as much as we can. Then Treasure Map, it's 2 mana artifact, pay 1, tap Scry 1, and put a landmark counter on it. If there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters and transform the map into a land. It just taps for a colorless. Alternatively, but it also makes 3 treasure tokens, which you can tap, sacrifice for a mana of any color, which is very good ramp. But with the treasure trove, the land that it turns into, you can tap that, sacrifice one of the treasure tokens, and draw a card, which is good. But mostly we'll use it for ramp to try to cast a really early Kiora Best the Sea Gods or really early. So it's good. For our life gain and some card draw, we have Dovin's Acuity and Oath of Kaya. So Dovin's Acuity, it's a 3 mana. When it enters battlefield, you gain 2 life and you draw a card. This is just good for life gain and card draw. And since we're going to be able to phase it out with Yorion, we get recursion effect from it. Now, we don't really get anything from the second part of it, which is whenever you cast an instant spell during your main phase, we return it. Since we don't have any outside of Heliod's intervention, it's almost useless. The other one we have is Oath of Kaya. It's 3 mana enchantment. When it enters battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any target. You gain 3 life. Again, it's just life gain, but it also doubles as removal. Whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker you control, or one or more creatures, or with one or more creatures, deals 2 damage to that player and you gain life. So we only have 1 planeswalker, being Ugin, so it doesn't always necessarily affect, it's not that effective. but it is, again, just really good for removal sake. And again, we can blink it with Yorion to get some additional life gain and some additional damage. For board wipes, we have Wrath of God and Languish. It's just 4 of each. Wrath of God, destroy all creatures. Languish, all creatures get -4/-4. It's great. We have 3 Masterminds acquisitions. It's just 4 mana, search your library for a card, put it in your hand, or search your sideboard for a card, put it in your hand. Yorion, 5 mana creature, 4/5 flying. When it enters battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and you control. Return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So this is good, and that's exactly why we're running Kiora Best the Sea Gods, Oath of Kaya, Dovin's Acuity, because we get just reoccurring value from it whenever we blink stuff. So Kiora Best Sea Gods, 7 mana enchantment. When it comes into play, you create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. The next one is tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step, which is amazing. It just puts them in a consistent stun lock for 2 turns. Or just 1 full turn on their turn, but you get 2 free turns, basically. And then the next turn, gain control of target permanent and opponent controls, untap it. Best. Although a lot of times we never get to that point because we end up killing them, but also we end up blinking it with Yorion. So we'll play Kiora Best Sea Gods, we'll create an 8/8. Next turn, we'll play Yorion, we'll phase out Kiora, it'll come back into play. So next turn, Kiora taps all their shit, and then Yorion comes into play, Kiora comes back in, create another 8/8, and then the next turn, all their shit's tapped again, and we just start swinging in again like crazy. And of course, we have Ugin, 8 mana, Planeswalker, 7 loyalty, +2, deal 3 damage to anything. It's an amazing Planeswalker. Has a -X, each permanent with converted mana cost X or less with 1 or more colors. This is a giant board wipe. Now, this does suck because we have a lot of permanents that are colored. That's really low in cost, being Dovin's Acuity and Kai's Wrath and Search for Azcanta. So we don't necessarily like to do that, but we will do it when we have to. The -10 is you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. This is just fan-fucking-tastic because if we can get multiple Kiora Best of Sea Gods, that's ideal, but obviously that doesn't always happen. However, if you get Kiora Best Sea Gods and a Yorion, you can put down like 2 Kiora Best Sea Gods. Those will trigger creating 2 8/8s, and then you order it to where the Yorion then triggers after it, which phases out the Kiora Best Sea Gods, and then they come back into play, and you have 2 more 8/8s. It can get fucking crazy. And then we have 2 Heliod's Intervention because the card is just amazing. It's an X, double white, destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments, or target player gains twice X life. It's just an amazing card. It's too good not to run. Then in sideboard, we have Tormod's Crypt. This just taps, sacrifice, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Then we have Gravedigger's Cage. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Pretty brutal. Elder Spell, this is destroy any number of target planeswalkers. Choose a planeswalker you control, put 2 loyalty counters on it for each planeswalker destroyed this way. You'll never really be able to use that second part. Very rarely do they have planeswalkers out and you have Ugin out, and you're then able to cast Masterminds into an Elder Spell, but it's really cool if you can. We do have a Sorcerer's Spyglass. This is also just to shut down specific planeswalkers or artifacts or enchantments or specific lands, whatever we need to do. We have 2 Clear the Minds to prevent ourselves from decking. It's just 3 mana sorcery. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library, draw a card. We can also use it on them. So if they're playing a Reanimate deck, we can Clear the Mind them to shuffle all their shit back into their library, which is exactly what we want. We do have Gideon's Intervention. When it enters battlefield, choose card name. Your opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name, and then prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and permanents you control by sources of the chosen name, which is good. Hour of Revelation, 6 mana, blow everything up. This spell costs 3 colorless less to cast if there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the board. This can be very good, especially if they're just flooding the board with a bunch of shit. And if you're able to get this out of sideboard for 4 mana and then play it for 3, it's a godsend. Then, of course, we have Thought Distortion, 6 mana, can't be countered. Target opponent reveals their hand, exile all non-creature, non-land cards from that player's hand and graveyard. Mortal Sun, 6 colorless mana artifact. Players can't activate loyalty abilities. So, Planeswalkers are completely fucking useless. This does include ours, so you got to keep an eye out for that. Then at the beginning of your draw step, you draw an additional card. This is perfect. We always want card advantage. And then spells you cast cost 1 colorless less to cast. And then creatures you control get +1/+1. This is just overall pretty fucking insane. So we do like this a lot. We have an Ugin, a backup Ugin. We have Torment of Hailfire. This is X and a double black. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. So this can be very powerful if you have a lot of mana later on in the game. We do have Dance the Manse. This is just to get a bunch of enchantments back from our graveyard into the battlefield. So this is X and then a white and a blue. Return up to X target artifacts and or non-enchantment cards with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types, which is cool. Then we have Mass Manipulation. It's just double X and 4 blue. Gain control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. This is, again, super, super powerful. But we do have it in sideboard because we don't ramp like crazy. We really don't have any ramp because it's Esper. Other than that, I mean, it was a decent deck. After these changes that we made, I think it's a little bit more ideal. We did end up taking out a little bit additional discard. We took out Thought Steve. We took out the Disinformation campaign and decided to add in Oath of Kaya for a little bit additional removal. We added in the treasure maps with the tomes instead of just one of them, because I think that helps a lot. But yeah, we're just trying to really optimize it, but I think this will make it it'll cement it down a little bit more. Yeah, that's deck. Enjoy it. If you take it, this has a very good core base to it. So this one I would recommend playing if you do like a lot of the Kiora Best the Sea Gods decks that I have done in the past. So if you do end up taking it and playing it, let me know what you tweak and change, and leave the deck list in the comment section below. If you want the current list, that is in the description below, as well as links to my Twitch that I stream 6 days a week on, the Discord, Twitter, Instagram, all that other shit. All my social media links are down in the link below, or in the description below. And I mean, YouTube, of course, 7 days a week. So hit that subscribe button, like it. All of it helps. I would really appreciate it. But until then, just enjoy the games. I'll see you later. But yeah, this one I'm trying to focus a little bit harder on Yorion. But I want to do some like weird fucked up shit with it. So it's... Alright, this is garbage. Still not great. Hello. Well, I don't know how much the season pass will be now. We got that Acuity though. Come on. I think we're safe to do this. Think we're safe. And get Azcanta going, and then I can cycle with this. Be Gucci. Yeah, isn't the season pass just... Are you talking about the mastery pass? Isn't that just like the $50 as it always is? Fuck, they had another archive? God damn it. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck me in the dick. Yeah, I think they're just $50. This is very bad. Sucks. Yeah. So they top deck 2 ramps. They're gonna -3 get rid of both of our things, which sucks. Oh, they didn't. Okay. So they missed a land drop, which is good for us. No, they didn't. Okay, now I'm just confused. Maybe they didn't want to do it? So we were tapped out. I'm not sure. Bad move? I don't know. It was definitely a bad move. It was definitely a bad move. You're gonna have to draw with that Fountain of Renewal. No, they didn't. All right, so they could have drawn with the Fountain of Renewal and then discarded that, but they did not. 2, 3, 6. I mean, they had another one, so they didn't need to. That's why they didn't do it. They didn't have to. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Rawr. Now, do you know that you can -0 that Kraken? That's the next question. Shh, don't tell him. Chat, don't tell him. Chat, don't tell him. Sucks because if I top deck another land, I can get Yorion in my hand and play him to get that Kiora Sea Gods. Do I do that? They don't. Do they? Okay, opponent punted. That time was like a real punt. That was a real punt this time. Yeah. Maybe I should have just killed it. I don't know. Maybe I should have just killed it. I mean, the opponent punted. Should I take their Mystic Forge? I don't know, there's so many things I could get from them right now. I think I take their Archive, actually. Simply for the card draw. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes, you should have, yeah. What it's fine. We get to Yorion again. Fine. Yesterday I had an opponent Mythos my Spirit Dragon and -5 it to exile my shit because I was running all artifacts. Ooh, that's so sad, AJ. Why would they do that to themselves? Okay. Ooh. I don't want to give them the card draw. Discard another card. Okay, so we win next turn unless they top deck like a god. Right? They can still draw from that. Who knows? They could have Languish. That's 6/7. We don't care about that. They only have 3 mana. Yeah, the great thing about Kiora Best Sea Gods is that it taps all non-land permanents, so it taps all of their mana shit there. And it taps their Mirror Paladins. It's just amazing. Fucking love this card. Pretty good card. People sleep on it, I swear. Kapow! I don't know, when I do draft and shit, it's like I only enjoy it if I'm with friends, if I'm like drafting with friends. Which is weird. Otherwise I'm just like, fuck it, why would I even want to do that? So I'm definitely gonna Disinformation Campaign instead of Scry. Thought Steve, or Thought Karen. You got a Thought Karen, chat. 5 wins to get my money back. What a deception. I know, right? About to get real nasty. Got him. Ooh. Let's get this out of the way for the meantime. No, we can do that. Yeah, you don't get wild card progress either. I think it's about draft. Take 5 wins to get your gold back. You also add to your MTGA collection. Yeah, and if you're good at it, it's completely different as well. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we get to do this. Unfortunately, they're just gonna kill this with the Shatter instead of use Elspeth Conqueror's Death for it, which kind of sucks. They also had a Shatter. They do that. All right, it goes through. It goes through. We like this. It's fine. Okay, well, it's pretty good too. Gonna bring those back. Gonna make another Kraken. Alright. It's the meme deck you were playing against Waifu Gate yet? No, not this one. This is a different one. This is a different one. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet 2-5 you got there, opponent. Yeah, the other one was a Grixis deck. This one is Esper and actually has Hand Hate in it. So maybe we should take out the Owls and add like Mind Stones. Maybe. I feel like Owl is the weakest card in here. GG's. Double that. Not sure. It kind of depends on what they're doing. We're both. Force a discard, get a card draw. Interesting fact, when you're playing an erasure card and thinking more than 30 seconds, opponents usually surrender. I know, right? Opponents do normally concede right when you do it. People hate that shit. Opponent had the fucking tits though, and then they just drew even more tits. They're like, not only do we have tits, we also have ass. You're like, ah, I see. If we could just stop getting lands, that'd be great. So we'll just cycle this. I really like these cycle lands. Because they're plains and islands, so the check lands actually work on them. Which is amazing. This is not good. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't like it. They have Glorious End and shit. That's weird. So they have Pact of Negation, obviously, right? Hmm. So they have a way to kill me? Must have the thing. They have another one? Right? They die, right? Yeah. So they have to have like a Gideon or something. But they can't cast Gideon. Strong opponent. Is there something else? Can they counter that? Got it. Thought about like just peeking at their hand just to see what they have. Big brain. I don't know if that was. I mean, opponent was big braining the shit out of stuff. This is not land destruction, chat. This is not land destruction. Sorry to disappoint all of you.
You trusted me. And I failed you.
I mean, this is the infinite combo. Gotta get rid of that, 'cause that's fucking shit. Are you stoked for Is It Land Destruction post-rotation? Is there something you know that I don't know? Fuck me. This is so bad. So bad. We're gonna need to find some shit. Yeah, I mean, there are some cool land destruction spells. I just don't know. I don't know, I just don't know. And there's the one in red, so I guess there's not a bunch, but there's that one in red. I don't know how it will work with Is It, though. I don't know what's so special about it. The activated ability of Sarkon Planeswalker deals 1 damage to any target. I think we care about that. Not yet, anyway. I will throw that down. This will help us very much. We can Yorion and then blink those two, which is also nice. Beautiful. All of the value. You take it. We like those. 2 Thought Stevens, or Thought Karens, sorry, these ones are Karens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So good. Easy. Need a Phylactery Lich deck? Oh yeah. Let's see what we get here, actually. Yorion, huh? Think there's any chance that they even keep anything in their hand? Oh, yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. There we go. I'm gonna put a shock in the land. I know, right? What a bitch. Why not? No reason not to, right? Discard deck tonight, what happened? I'm actually just doing it because of this. And actually, you know what? You can blame Waifu Gate. Legitimately, you can blame Waifu Gate. Kiora and Heliod's? Oh yeah. No, this is definitely a Strider deck. For sure. I don't know. I don't even know why I did that. I mean, it's just over, right? It's just over. Should I heal them with my own Heliods? Opponent, you just left? After all that, I thought you were accepting your defeat. It's like they didn't realize that I blinked it, that it would tap all their shit down again. I don't want to die to Steven. Yeah, we attacked him with Karen and Steven. Feels good. Oh, fuck me. So it's Storm? Wait. Storm Herald, but they don't have any enchantments? Did I just get Skamazed? I think I might have just got Skamazed. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Let me know if I want. I need to sleep. All right, Essex. Kiora's Tentacle Fest? I like that one. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Essex.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality are lost.
Discard Colossus. Could we not, though? Could we not discard Colossus? We don't have any way to respond to that. Well, we need Masterminds into a Gideon's Intervention, right? And then we can just name Storm Herald. Yes. Yes, please. Do they have the counter spell? They do not. Cool. Take the crypt? That's fair. Yeah. Makes sense. That makes more sense, probably. See.
Come for your
Fling? The instant version of Thud? Fling? Maybe?
To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
Then the Fire Nation attacked.
Enlightenment begins within.
Play that Shatter. Give me that card draw. Fire Nation, where? Alright. Thank you. Thank you. What up, Bobo? Morning. Jeez. Cathartic Monka-S. It is Fling. That's bad. That's probably very bad.
Strike with a cunning mind.
There's Colossification. Yeah, I had to kill it themselves. So I didn't take it. Pretty smart. Need 22 life at least. Do I? Do I really, though? Let's see what we get from Narset, shall we?
And prepare.
I was like, if they have a counterspell, that would suck. A deck where you went treasure map. Yeah, because I wanted the card draw, or not the card draw. I wanted the ramp more than the card draw, because we don't have any other versions of ramp. Yar. Okay. Azcanta is ramp. It's true.
Open mind.
Let's see. All right, let's get two noodly boys. So if they don't have another shatter, we're fine. So it may not be good letting them discard, right? Helping them discard's probably not good. 16. Okay, no, they're at 2. They're at 2. And then we just Ugin and ping them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Crypt out, doesn't matter. I mean, it sucks. See, Azcanta ramped us. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Azcanta did ramp us, but so did Treasure Map. So did Treasure Map.
Even I know when to concede.
Ramp is ramp. Exactly. Ramp is ramp. Can't complain about ramp. Alright, so they're killing the Narset so they can actually draw cards.
I was not prepared for this.
Your land is my land.
Ignore my draconic talents.
Let's see if they just have 2. Okay, let's get rid of that shit. And let's get rid of that shit. Another disinformation campaign. Well, that's fun. How many more? We have 2 more Kiora Best of the Sea Gods. So this is cool. We could possibly hit really hard on this, or we could whiff very, very hard. So hopefully we hit. No! It's fine. Just got skamazed. Yeah, see, this is fine. We got some card draw. We got some shit. And we're on the draw. I think this is a perfectly fine keep. Got some removal. Wow. Avacyn. Parhelion. Okay. Oh. Didn't want to shock that in. Yeah, fucking angel deck. They did tone down the wind that's actually blowing and shit. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you.
That was a snap keep. Or a snap Steve. This fucking hurts. Knew we were gonna easily get that. I knew we were easily gonna get that draw. Easy. Easy. Come on, give me a land. Land? Alright, we got a land. I discarded Parhelion. This is good. It's not good. Don't think they can kill me. What was I gonna get from here? So just get Ugin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see it. Can Ugin -5? Look. Torment them. Yeah, and we can Ugin them as well. Just Ugin them in the face. People still surrender to Ugin. Psh, amateurs. Who surrenders to Ugin in 2020? I don't like Thought, Steve. It scares me too much. We take too much damage, especially if we're shocking in a land on turn 1. It's like we fucking go down to 16. Ugh. But I feel like we do need it. Thought Steve also prevents damage. Yeah, it can. Can definitely do that. Not Bach? If you're not Bach, who are you? Alright. So since they're a discard deck, we can safely play Azcanta. We're not super worried about it. Got fucking oops, chat. Got oopsed. I don't need another land. Can flip our Azcanta next turn, which is good. Easy Azcanta flip. Easiest Azcanta flip of my life. Very confident. I don't know if they're confident or if they're just having fun. Haven't decided yet. Okay.
The immortal Nicole Bolas will be your end. You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
No, my frames. Suddenly frame drop. Oh my gosh. My back? But an unmoored ego inside? Possibly.
My schemes are never ending.
Ugh. This is very bad. Hmm. Two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Outsmarted you eons ago.
I definitely did outsmart you eons ago. Where'd Raku? You excited for the new 2-mana land destruction spell? Fuck yes I am. You know they can search for a basic. Oh, I'll figure something out. I will figure something out. How you doing? This is 5, right? Okay. I actually didn't even think about it. That could have been very, 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 very bad.
All creation can be undone.
Oh! Fucking frames. Yeah, the card that combos. Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. Is it cutting out?
My greatest creation.
It doesn't allow searching for through libraries if it's them. So if it's their spell. So it only shuts it down if... it'll only shut down the search if it's a spell that they cast or an ability that they use to search their own library. Yo, what up, YouTube? Yeah, we going here, Strider. Come on. You didn't really think that I was that type of person, did you? Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you were even a little bit entertained by this video, please make sure to let me know down below. And if you have anything that you would like to see next, go ahead and leave that there too. And make sure to check out my live stream 5 days a week, every day except Sunday and Thursday. Stream times down below.